Happy Monday again. I was planning on doing this tomorrow morning. However, there's been a little change in the itinerary at the VTH. I'm going to have an extra early start, and I will not want to be bothered with any of this. So something came my way a little while ago. Got a phone call. Somebody was talking with me. So I said, great. Now I got some content for Tuesday, but there will be no Happy Tuesday video tomorrow. So I'll get this out of the way now. It's too good to wait until Wednesday. I heard something pretty interesting. See, with Sanford, he's very predictable. Very predictable. With him, it's never a question of, if something will happen. Simply a matter of when it will happen. And it happened. I guess Sanford's yak session. Last night, he threw the Crypt Keeper under the fucking bus. What took him so long? He burns every fucking bridge he crosses. It's a creature of habit. He can't help it. He can't help being what he is. An egotistical, narcissistic, self-centered, sociopathic asshole that's attention-starved and needs money. That's like I said, he goes to his friends like shit to a fucking goose. He used Dallas to get his nose up his ass to look like he was, some big shot involved in the AHRA and whatnot. He used Big Wilbur too. I'm not sticking up for the guy. He gets what he fucking deserves too, that fat fuck. But, a lot of these people don't want to bother with him anymore, if you notice. You know what I mean? He's throwing a lot of people under the bus. Somebody I call a good friend, and I don't call this anybody a good friend, Lambshot. He took, after everything Lammy did to help him, he threw him under a bus, trashed him. Did it to Al. Did it to that stubby guy that I really don't know much about him, but he, he trashed that guy big time and got real personal with him. And now the Crypt Keeper. I guess during his yak session, the question of the Save the Children 318 came up. He says, Brian, I was actually surprised his wife read him that question. He said a few people have been asking him. He says, it's kind of funny, I watch it. He said he only had like 200 and something people there watching. Out of his, 300 and something thousand subs. He had like 230, 240 people that were actually there at that time watching. You know what I mean? Yeah, he really knows how to draw a fucking crowd, doesn't he? It's fucking cold, man. He says, and a lot of people, there's several people are getting kind of sarcastic with him and mocking him. They were really mocking him. And I guess that irritated him to begin with. And then several people, hey, what about that 318? Hey, what about that 318? And his wife, says, and you could see, says Brian, you could see it in his face. He like tensed up. And he said, look, want to clear the air once and for all on this. Something to that effect. Well, get this over with. You don't want to talk about it no more. So we're going to talk about it now and that's it. He said, well, I don't know anything about it for over a year now. I have nothing to do with it. He's the one that started that. He's the one that said he was going to do it. Remember that in the beginning? That I do remember. He was going to get it to make 1 horsepower per... Hold on 1 second. I got another fucking text coming through. I'm on my laptop right now. Okay, sorry about that. I shut off my notification chimes on my phone. So that way you don't hear it. But I got my phone sitting right here. So I saw it flash. He was going to flip his pistons. Everything, was going to be same parts in it. They were going to be freshened up and this and that. And, But he didn't do shit. He shipped it off to the fucking Crypt Keeper, that junk 318 two-barrel, 140 horse, something like that. He shipped it off and walked away from it. That was his project, his claim, that he never fucking touched. He touched it to load it on the back of a fucking truck or get it shipped off to the fucking Crypt Keeper, Crypt Keeper didn't fucking touch it. Like I said this morning, fucking 10 months went by a year. Now it's been, well over a year. The only person that did any work in that thing was that dude in Florida fucking around with the heads. He got to his wits' end, and then he went on to some other heads because, you know. So Sanford, so you see, Sanford he wasn't too happy. So, well, you know, I stayed out of it because it went off in directions that went against my plan. It was my plan. It was my vision, his dream, his imagineering. He likes to call it his imagineering. And then people went against what he wanted it to be. And that bothered him. So that's when he walked away. He didn't want nothing to do with it no more because they weren't doing it his way, the way he wanted it to be done. Hey, Sanford, if you wanted it to be done your way, you should have fucking done it yourself, you lazy fuck. You should have done it yourself. It's your project, your claim. Where the fuck were you in all this time, well over a year? You haven't done shit. You got a lot of nerve. I'm not sticking up for the Crypt Keeper, but you got a lot of nerve blaming him for your imagineering dream. 318, 1 horsepower per cubic inch, never happened. You're blaming the Crypt Keeper. You're throwing him under the fucking bus now. I wonder how well that's going to go over with him. One less friend? You don't have too many to begin with, pal. And isn't Sandy up the Crypt Keeper's ass? I wonder how Sandy's going to take this. Hey, what the fuck, man? He's picking on my buddy, the Crypt Keeper. I wonder how friendly these guys are going to be with you. Hey, Dr. Doolittle. Yeah, you know who you are, Dr. Doolittle. You're an electric go-kart magician. Yeah. And the kangaroo guy there in Australia or New Zealand. Your other buddy. Hey, you guys. You been paying attention to how Sanford treats people? You been paying attention? Maybe you should. Because it won't be long before you guys get thrown under the fucking bus too. Some way, somehow, he'll try to drag you to get involved in some project with him, and this is what'll happen to you. He'll fuck you over and blame you. He won't do shit because he's a lazy fuck. He'll pass all the work and responsibility onto you, and then when things go south real quick, because his imagineering is highly flawed, and it's impossible to produce, he'll leave you holding the fucking bag and blame you and walk away just like he's doing now with the Crypt Keeper. It's like he fucked Lamb Chop over. The way he fucked Stubby over. The way he fucked Al over. The way he even fucked my ex-boyfriend, the Cabbage Patch Kid. He fucked him over good too. Threw him out of his fucking shop because he wasn't building his car the way Sanford thought he should be building it. I even forget about Luna. Got him involved in a joint engine building. When that thing turned to fucking shit, he left Luna holding the fucking bag, walked away. It wasn't my fault. Luna didn't do things the way I wanted it to be done. And Luna got held, holding the bag for $5,000 in fucking expenses. And then got blamed for that engine blowing up on Nick's dyno in 10 fucking seconds. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dr. Doolittle. Mr. Kangaroo Man. You come from a land down under. Yeah, he's going to have you eating a fucking Vegemite sandwich, and those things taste like shit from what I hear. He's going to have you eating one of his shit sandwiches when he throws you under a fucking bus, too. You too, Dr. Doolittle. You too. See, with Sanford, it's not a question of if it'll ever happen. It's only a matter of when. And it does happen. Eventually. Give him time. He'll find a way to fuck you guys over, too. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I was like, wow, really? So, yeah, he says, and you could see Brian, he was, you could just tell his mannerism. He was not too happy at all. And I think it was at a point where, he says, and more people have been asking him over a period of time now, hey, what about that 318? Hey, what about that 318? Like with the Crypt Keeper. The Crypt Keeper keeps avoiding it too. Then I heard recently the Crypt Keeper in one of his yak sessions with Sandy, he mentioned it a little bit, but then really didn't want to get into it and then went off yakking about something else. You know what I mean? Sanford started it. Anyway, yeah, very interesting. Forget about it. Now it's official. Sanford has made it official. That engine is now officially dead. The Crypt Keeper's kind of, I don't feel sorry for him. He got stuck holding the bag on that. But he got what he fucking deserved for getting involved with Sanford. Anyone that gets involved with Sanford collaborating in anything, any joint build, any joint anything, any collaboration on anything. You should know by now. He's going to fuck you over in the end. His Imagineering is fucked up. It's delusional. It does not work. Not a single one of anything that comes out of his mouth has ever lived up to the fucking claim. He never even begins work on his projects and claims. And in the end, he wants to get his ass off a hook and ignore it and hope people forget about it. But in cases of joint collaborations with things where he can't do that, he's going to fucking lay it off on you. And have you take all the blame for why his dream did not happen. It was not built. It was not produced. Not his fault, Crypt Keeper's fault. Because he changed his plan. He changed his vision. He changed his dream. He changed his Imagineering. That's why it didn't happen. Okay, my happy Monday update. You get it today now, rather than tomorrow. And I'll catch up with you on Wednesday. Okay? So have a great night tonight. Have a great Tuesday tomorrow. Have fun and stay safe. I'll catch up with you on Wednesday. Oh, and once again, Dr. Doolittle, Kangaroo Man, you're next.